Rocks Locs, back with another hair tutorial. I know I usually begin with my hair out, but with this style, I know when I recreate it, it's not going to look quite the same. So I thought I'd just let you see what it should look like before I show you how to do it. And here is a 360, so I'm working backwards today. So I call this one my Rosebud Faux Mohawk. My sister's getting married in about 8 days, and my maid of honor dress is like this blue rose-like flower-looking dress. I'll show you a picture of that. So I wanted to create something that's going to complement the dress, and so this is called the Rosebud Faux Mohawk because I think these little swirls look like little rosebuds. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I did was part my hair down the middle the best I could. As you can see, my parts for my locks are not even, and I have exactly 8 on my left, 8 on the right, and I section them off with rubber bands, and each section have about 7 to 8 locks depending on the size. If I have like a really skinny lock, I'll put 9 or 10 in that section. If they're like the regular medium-sized locks that I have, then I'll put 7 at each side. So that's the first thing I did, front and the back. Now before you begin styling your hair, you want to dampen it with some water. In my water, I have just a little bit of tea tree oil and peppermint oil, and what this does will make your hair more pliable, and to me it sets the style a little bit better. So make sure you dampen your hair with some water, and you can add a little bit of oil to it if you want, just for the added moisture. Okay, start with one section, and you're going to twist it in the opposite direction. I am trying not to use pins for this hairstyle. When I had it in the first time you saw it, I did not use any pins. So you may or may not need pins for this style. So I'm going to twist it towards the opposite, going in the opposite direction. Now as I start to twist, I'm going to roll it around. And hold it flat while I continue to twist the section around. And I'm slightly tucking it under because I don't want it raised too much. And as I get towards the end, I'm going to tuck the ends under the rolls. And there you have it, your first rosebud petal. Well, first rosebud. Alright, now I'm going to work with the opposite side. So I'm just going to alternate between each side. So with this side, I'm going to roll it in the opposite direction. This is my right, I'm going to roll it towards the left. Now I'm beginning to tuck it slightly under the rolls. When I get towards the end, I'm going to completely tuck the ends under. Alright, that's 2. And I'm going to continue this all the way down, alternating from side to side. Now, I only have 2 rows going back. I did try it with 3 rows going across, and I didn't like it. So I just settled for 2 rows of the rosebuds going back into the faux mohawk. And as I'm twisting it in the upward direction. Now I must admit, as you are forming these rosebuds, the one before it, as you're twisting it, might tend to loosen up a bit because you're trying to utilize that space that's right behind it. So for instance, this one is going to affect the bud in the front because as you're twisting and rolling, you're trying to squeeze that roll, behind the one in front of it. So you may experience some loosening of the rolls towards the end. You can just go ahead and put a pin in there if it does completely come out, or just tighten it up as you go along. So I had to redo this one right here because as I was forming the bud with the third one on this side, this began to loosen up. So I redid it, and hopefully it'll stay. If not, I'll just put hairpins in it. I wanted to take you through the entire process just to show you that it's not quite an easy style to get, for me at least. As you watched, I had to do a lot of little maintenance here and there, a little bit of tucking, readjusting, redoing one of the buds, and I think I only used one hairpin because as I was twisting the bud behind it, the one in front kept coming out, so I just needed that one to be secured so I can go ahead and twist the bud behind it. But this is my faux rosebud, no, my Rosebud Faux Mohawk. Here's a 360, and it may look slightly different from the beginning of the video. Like I said, you know, my styles come out different every time I do them, but here's a 360. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep it natural, keep it locked, keep it you.